Hi everyone. So, before I begin today, a couple of things I want to go over. First off, I got all of the Discord stuff to work again. So, we're getting rid of the PNG for right now. Hopefully, we don't have to bring him back, but hey, whatever. Wow, the music is very loud. Let me turn that down. Secondly, as you can see, I'm going to be making more use of battle maps. Rookie mistake on my part. And we now have little battle tokens for each and every single member of the party. One of them is currently not here right now, but that's okay. The red token, the red circle, the very helpful circle, that represents the entire party as a group. And also one more thing, we are going to be retconning the end of the previous session. So if you're wondering why I'm starting the session a little differently, that's why. Now, let's just get on with it. Turning off the music now.
You sent, but with a different character.
What?
Hey.
Hello, everyone. Panda, you told Sunny before we started?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's just jump right in. To continue from where we last left off, you all had just finished combat in a forest after a group of elves ambushed you, and Dave was horribly injured before you all could even see the threat, but you successfully managed to dispatch the threat within decent time in the forest. And you do all, as you regroup, you do all notice someone fall out of a tree, but while you're all healing each other and preparing to continue to trek on into the forest, which with whatever methods you so choose, you do notice someone fall out of the tree and run off, but you pay no mind to it, assuming to be a soldier who realized it's probably not a good idea to continue fighting after you brutally murdered the entire squad of elves that were just in front of you. You all stand in the clearing of the forest that you did just do battle in. The remnants of the mech suit that one of the elves was...
Me too, Panda. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Continue.
The remains of one of the mech suit that the elves wore, sitting close by to you. Lepori, you particularly look on with it with a sense of sorrow that you didn't get to drive it for much longer than you got to drive it for. And
So sad.
the fire that is burning because of the mech continues to burn around you slightly, and you're left standing in the bodies, or in the carnage of your own design. Anything we want to do while, standing in said carnage?
Sure, I'm glad there wasn't any moral quandaries we had.
Are we quite done here?
Moral quandary? What?
Because the last time we were like morally thinking, should we kill this man or let him go?
Oh, okay.
And so now it's been a
Oh, all right, okay. Do we want to continue on, or are we gonna sit and rest for a while? Dave is looking a lot better than he did last time, so
Perhaps a rest might do us some good.
yeah,
I'll happily take one.
we all in agreeance. Maybe.
I believe so.
All right, long or short then? I assume long, but
I was gonna say sure, unless anyone needs a long.
I mean, I could use my spell slots back.
Likewise.
Yeah, you're spellcast. That don't get a short rest. L.
wow.
Lapori.
What are we?
Why?
I think we're long resting.
Long resting?
Yes.
Alright. You all after... are we moving anywhere else to long rest, or are we just resting in the battlefield, the remnants of it?
I'm saying remnants.
I pog every time.
Oh, God.
I believe here shall suffice.
Just in the battlefield. Alright.
I want to sleep on a tree.
Dave, Dave, being ever so prepared, pulls off his sack that he had in his back, and also puts a dagger in his purse that he has, a little bag. And he begins to pull out things to make a fire, a little tinder box and such. And you all sit down to camp for the night, or what you think is night. The light from the top of the trees has sort of dwindled a small tad, and you can't seem to really tell where the sun is. It just kind of goes from light in the sky to dark in the sky, very slowly though, almost to simulate as if the sun's setting.
Sorry, I'm crying at the fact that I said we need a long rest. Then remember, I only need 4 hours for one.
Yeah, that's fine. Other people need a long.
I
You
would
all-
appreciate my spell slots.
It's okay.
Before we sleep,
Yeah.
can I just kind of? Lepori's gonna just like sit in a tree to sleep,
Oh.
because funny. Can Lepori just like kind of flick around the gold that got last time, and just kind of inspect it more?
All right. Firstly, let me.
Something.
As this night falls a little closer, I'll get to you in a second, Lepori. As night falls closer, Dave sits by the campfire. The sleeping bags are laid out. Dave is just kind of sitting by the fire, staring into it. You all are welcome to join him. But Lepori, as you climb into your tree for some reason, I don't remember rabbits sleeping in trees, but that's okay.
Funny.
As you climb into the tree, you inspect the gold a little more, and you looking at this gold. Wait a minute. You wouldn't.
That's the thing.
You wouldn't.
Did we take the items from it, or do we still
No.
have those?
No, you don't have.
If
Okay.
you didn't, yeah.
Okay, but I was just making because like you said, wreck on it somehow. You didn't say if we had the items.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
sorry, that's
If he
my
fell
bad.
out of the tree and ran away, we didn't get the items.
He dropped them in his escape, smiley face.
Because zombies also said it was like Faith just let go for a bit.
Because we then don't have the cloak and the.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have
Okay,
it.
so that goes-
Sorry, I should have
The
clarified
hole.
that.
There goes the gold and the pistol.
What do you mean there goes? You never had it at all. What are you talking about? A pistol? I mean, you have the
From my
guns in your
inventory.
pocket, but you don't.
I have a gun in my pocket.
I got a Glock. Okay. But Dave kind of sits by the fire, kind of just watching it burn, and you all are welcome to join him as night falls across the forest. You hear the stereotypical sounds that any forest makes at night, the chirping of crickets and the rustling of leaves as creatures, probably also smaller than you, find places to rest for the night.
During the sleep, can I attune to the key of escape?
I thought you already did that.
I think in the end we said I didn't,
Yeah,
and I
you
didn't
did.
use it.
Okay, yeah. Yes, yeah, you can attune to the key of escape. Anything anybody else wants to do before you go honk me with me?
The funky thing I keep talking about in my journal, zombie. The fusion's temporary. Is that for items as well, or just for creatures?
That is for anything you use it on.
anything.
Yep.
Okay. Good to know.
Anything else? We just want to go sleep? Go honk me with me?
I'm gonna go
believe.
take my 4-hour clearance.
Do you wanna keep watch after those 4 hours, Tempest?
Yeah, probably should.
All right. As Dave, Dave takes the first watch while you sleep for your 4 hours, Tempest. Dave kind of watches as the night goes by, and you brain work here. And you all rest for a while. And as 4 hours pass, Tempest, you awaken. Everybody else is asleep in their various places. Lixon probably by the fire. Sith, well, probably curled up next to one of the two of them. That's for Sith to decide. And Lepori sleeping away in a tree. You do notice as you awaken, Dave is still sitting by the fire. He looks tired as hell. He's just kind of twirling a dagger in his hand, just staring at the fire, twirling this thing, his blue robe kind of glowing against the firelight. And he's just sitting there looking around.
Dave, go the fuck to bed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to keep. Sorry.
Can you two keep it down?
Sorry. Yeah, Did you sleep enough? That was like only a couple of hours.
That's
Well,
all I need.
I'm gonna find a new lap to sleep on, as Tempest clearly doesn't respect my sleep schedule.
All right.
Sith is gonna go
I'm just
curl up on
telling
Lix's
Dave to
lap.
go to bed. That was it.
Listen, Tempest. If another group happens to be out at night, rarely they are. Just tell them you're a noble taking a rest or something with a group of prisoners. It usually works. That's what a lot of.
I've got it. Go to bed.
Okay. Dave kind of gets up from the fire, walks over. He reaches into his backpack once more, pulling out his own sleeping bag and laying it on the floor to go to sleep himself as he lays on it, backpack at its side. Do you want to do anything specific before you keep watch, Tempest?
No.
Perfect. You stay up the night, keeping watch over everyone, and another 2 hours goes by. With that though, make me a perception check.
Whoa. $22.
As you look around the tree line around you, as you all are sleeping in a pretty decent clearing in the forest, you notice a figure is standing in the tree line. Just one, but a figure that is obscured by the dark is just standing in the tree line, watching over the camp. Not at you, just watching over the camp. Do you want to do anything about it, or are you just gonna
I mean,
let him stand? Let him.
how close is it?
They are about 20 feet away. The fire isn't illuminating them in any way. They're about 20 feet away in the tree line, watching you. The clearing is
Cool.
about 40 foot by 40 foot in space.
Cool. I'm gonna point at it and cast message and say hi.
You don't get much of a response back from this figure. You just kind of see it jump, and then you hear the rustling of leaves as if though they're looking around. They don't quite, they're kind of like looking around behind them, firstly, and then they're looking around the camp, and they notice you. Are you looking at them?
Yeah.
Out steps this figure from the flame, and a very differently dressed Shiro comes walking out of the tree line. He looks pretty beat up. His armor has some tears in it. His scabbard on his sword has some rips in it. But other than a couple of scratches, he looks decently fine. He doesn't seem to be horribly injured. And he just kind of walks up to the fire, kind of towering over you, and he just signs, "You mind if I sit here for a while?"
No, go ahead.
And he kind of takes a crisscross and takes a seat. He takes off his helmet and wipes his brow a bit and adjusts a little scarf that you can see on his neck, and he just goes, he doesn't make the noise, but he makes the motion of just going as he sits down near the fire.
Rough day.
He nods to you and he signs, "I've been looking for Sorsen all day." And he sort of is like, after he signs this, he's looking over his armor, trying to discern any tears he has. You do notice, though, now that he's sat closer, he does have an arrow in his leg that he just doesn't seem to really give a fuck about. He might not feel it, but he hasn't noticed it yet.
Do you need some help with that?
With what?
The arrow inside of you.
He looks down to his leg after signing you that, and he's just like, he just kind of shakes his head at you and tears it out. It bleeds a little, but he just kind of chucks the arrow away and reaches into his pocket, pulling out some gauze and just casually, after ripping an arrow out of himself, bandages the wound and just kind of pats it and puts the gauze he had back. And as he's sitting by the fire, he takes his blade out and, takes a little cloth different from the gauze, and he's wiping it off. You notice the blade has various stains on it. These stains are clearly all of blood, but have been smeared because of the blade being placed back in the scabbard, and he just begins wiping off the blade and right in front of the fire. You notice its craftsmanship, the bronze blade in particular, and the hilt. You do notice some insignia carved onto the hilt, but make a history check for me.
Cool. 21.
You remember seeing this insignia back, not from any place in Renovamen, but from your homeland. You remember reading a book and seeing this insignia in it. And this insignia is that of a clan of Dragonborns whom used to live in a far-off land, not in your, particular region, but in a far-off land. These Dragonborn used to train themselves in honor and glory, and would only ever expel someone from their bountiful riches if they've done something horrible. But it is known, at least from what you can remember, that sometimes they travel out to perform contract work or missions. Shiro continues to clean his blade as he finishes cleaning the tip of it and pulls out the scabbard to start cleaning on the inside of that. And he looks up to kind of discern how much sunlight's coming through. And when he sees nothing but darkness, he just shakes his head and continues to clean his scabbard. Can you say anything?
Well, Sith and spectator chat's complaining about talking, so...
Sith will wake up if you say anything again.
Well...
Feel free to.
Do you want to say anything?
If I say anything, I'm using it through message now.
Okay.
You speak with your words, wake Sith up.
No.
It's Shiro. Leave the man be. Anything you want to say through message?
Did you kill any racists?
He doesn't even respond back through message, and he nods. And he nods for a good solid few seconds before he continues to clean his blade. And he kind of looks around at the carnage around you. You do notice the fire from the mech suit has seemingly stopped with no source of extinguish, and the grass doesn't even look burnt. And he kind of just looks around the bodies around the campsite, and he just kind of responds with using message, "You did too."
I'm just gonna give him a big thumbs up.
He doesn't make the sound, but his body makes a motion similar to that of chuckling, and he just nods as he continues to clean his scabbard. And a lot of the scratches on him seem to be grazes. And do you say anything else to him, or
No, we're just vibing.
just hanging out? As the rest of the rest period fades away, do we want to sleep till morning, or do we just want to sleep a solid 8 hours?
I think.
I'm good with 8 hours.
Just
Yeah.
just 8 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
As another 2 hours pass, all of your internal body long rest clocks begin to go off, realizing that you've gotten your good 8 hours of sleep. And Dave is still asleep, as he's only slept a good 4 hours at this point. Shiro remains at the campfire, not really threatened by the presence of anyone waking up. He's already been with Tempest for a good 4 hours at this point, and he's just been sitting by the fire eating some rations. He's a little hungry.
Lepori falls out the tree and then just kind of stands up, brushes himself up. Good morning.
Shiro
Good job.
Shiro just sort of. Sorry. Shiro just sort of. Oh, Sith.
Sorry. Sith is waking up and immediately just locking eyes with Shiro, and like getting in a defensive stance.
Shiro just kind of looks around confused and then just kind of like awkwardly waves to you. Not really sure why you're. He's not really sure why you're taking up this stance. He's just kind of like, hi, giving the little awkward wave.
Is are Sith's claws poking out? Sith's still on top of Lixin.
Yeah, claws are dug into your.
Oh yeah, Lixin is jumping awake and pushing Sith off. What? Oh, what? What?
Good morning.
That's
Shiro's here.
Howdy do.
Why? Shiro?
Yes, exactly my issue.
It's just Shiro.
Relax.
Shiro just kind of waves again. Awkwardly still. He's not sure why. The look on his face is of confusion. He's not sure why you all are confused to see him in the forest, as he did go in before you.
Lepori just like kind of pulls a stick out of like the hat and just kind of uses it to point and wave. Like, so why are you here today?
Shiro kind of finishes the food he has in his hand, and he gets up and he signs to you in common. I'm looking for my boss.
Oh.
Oh, you got separated? Separated.
He
Sorcen's missing.
He nods to you and he says and he signs to you. A couple hours ago, he went off in some weird direction. I haven't seen him since.
Oh.
Not ideal.
Yeah. Especially in this place.
He signs again. Considering he wants to burn Denza down the minute he finds it, yeah, not good.
That's very funny.
I'm sorry, is no one else remembering that these are our enemies we're talking about?
Shiro's cool.
Yeah.
If Shiro wanted you dead, you'd have died 2 hours ago.
Shiro looks to
He was
Tempest.
here while we were asleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't want us?
No, it's just Shiro.
Oh, you need to get your priorities in order, Tempest.
If it was anybody but Shiro, I would have. Shiro's cool.
You exhaust me.
Shiro just kind of looks to the trees around him, and he's like, he just kind of looks around, and he's just like, you guys know where Denza is? Signing to you.
Well, we have a guide, but they're currently locked out still.
He just nods to you and he says, I should probably just keep looking on my own. I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
He nods to you again, and it's just like, I killed about 6 just getting here. I'll be fine.
Right. Then.
He takes a big old stretch, having sat down for a while, unsheathes his sword for a moment to check it for damages, sheathes it back, and just kind of looks to a clearing, waves to you all, and walks off, begins to, into the clearing. Just as he is doing this, Dave awakens to everybody, talking and moving around. He's just like,
G'day.
Hey, are we heading out? I assume.
I
it's like,
suppose.
okay. Right. All right. Give me a minute. Ugh. He slaps himself in the face a little to try to wake himself up, and he stands with the rest of you. Okay. All right. So Denza. Okay. Shit. God, it's been so long. I forget the. Okay, we are about. He's kind of just looking around, saying things that don't really make a lot of sense to you. He's trying to figure out their location, your location, almost. Just sort of looking around, pointing up, pointing to the trees. Just he's trying to look for something specific, but he's not finding it.
Dave, have you lost where we are?
No. God, no, I haven't lost. I grew up here, you know, I should know.
Dave, don't lie to us.
Okay, yes,
don't
the
inspire
combat and
confidence.
getting shot kind of made me lose. Okay, alright. Oh, fuck.
Are you looking for something?
There's a rhyme that I faintly remembered is how you're supposed to find Denza, but it was taught to us as children, but I kind of got kicked out as a teenager. Okay. We might be lost in one of the most dangerous forests on this island. Great. Yep, that's... So I only foresee 2 options here. And you know, just throwing them out there. Number 1, we wander around aimlessly, right? Or we could try to find the Renovamen School of Magic where I went to school.
That's maybe where Sorcerer as well. Because he was a teacher there, so he might know the way to there.
Okay. See, the only reason I suggest that is because they're one of 2 places that, well, the elves are too scared to get into. We'd be safe in there for a time, and maybe we could convince a teacher to allow us access to the tunnels in order to get closer to Denza. I mean, it's far-fetched, but...
I think you might be forgetting one detail.
Yeah.
You have a dragonborn with you?
Oh, no. The Renovamen School of Magic isn't run by elves. God, no. That'd be a
alright, good,
disaster.
good.
They've just kicked the elves' asses so many times they choose not to go raid it.
Right, okay.
It's kind of a move of power, if that makes sense. They built the place here before the Denza Forest grew. There's legends that supposedly the School of Magic was here before the forest, but that's absurd. You'd have to get here really early to... Yeah?
Would a teacher be more likely to have access to the tunnels?
Oh, yeah, no. The teachers have access to the
Okay.
tunnels we could use to get to Denza. Students would have access to tunnels to and from the school and major towns, but you have to be a student to get those, and students have their memories wiped of the tunnels if they ever leave the school or graduate, so no chance.
I just slowly turned my head to Tempest. So, let's say if Shiro went back and asked for the tunnel. Pretty sure he's a teacher, right? No.
No.
Was he? No, it was his mother
No.
who was a teacher.
Yeah.
But Gordon wasn't a teacher. No, was he?
Gordon who?
Gordon, the Conjuration. Mr. Conjuration. Gordon Freeman.
Jordan's.
Coniferous?
Yes, Coniferous. That's it.
That's.
I don't
No,
remember.
I don't think it was.
I remember
I
a
don't know where-
Connie. I don't remember a Gordon. I just...
It's the whole.
Oh shit! Is this in character fact? Let me put the voice back on.
Gordon was the magic teacher in Flumen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the whole related to the mom thing, and wasn't that on the other side of the map? Or am
Yeah.
I? Yeah.
I just thinking about magic.
Is he a teacher?
I don't. He's a teacher in general, but I don't know about the School of Magic.
If he's
Not at
not
the
a
School of
teacher of the
Magic.
school, he's not gonna know where the tunnels are.
No. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna become them and then ask for the School of Magic tunnels.
Oh,
They're not.
that's gonna be iffy,
No.
a little unethical even, but
I
I'm
think we
willing to
should
try
just
anything.
Go and ask. Might be better.
Yeah, this is just
Purpose
plan
thought
B.
to go and ask normally
Yeah.
first.
This
You,
is just a
Yeah,
secondary
yeah.
plan.
I mean, I do know of some better known. The tunnels that go under the School of Magic are absurd. They stretch throughout the entire island. They were used heavily in the war, and I remember, when I was being schooled there, the little I was there, I remember seeing squads of people come in, ask to, use the tunnels for a fee. But I mean, if we don't have that kind of money, we could maybe work some.
How much
How
money is
much?
that?
I mean, could just bribe one of the teachers. I mean, you guys were saying you knew someone there. I thought Sorson, whatever.
No, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just. Do any of you know how to look into people's minds? I mean, we could just clobber him.
Check Party 5 member journal. I'm literally asking about that right now.
Huh.
Hmm.
I can look into their minds by taking it out of their brain and taking it out of their head and looking at it, but mentally and magically, no.
I don't know. You think an animal will know where it is? Like,
I mean,
An,
I
an,
charmed them, but
I don't know. What if somebody's got a pet?
an animal could look for where the tunnels are. You know what? No,
slowly looking at Sith.
I mean,
Excuse me.
oh, okay. The tunnels are notoriously hidden in the school. We're not going to find them off first glance, but an animal would be able to wander around, as many students have pets that wander in the day. So
An
if
animal.
we
Oh,
wanted
ha, ha.
to send an animal to look around the
I'm
school,
staring straight at Seth.
we should listen. Do we want to find it, or do we want to just try our luck?
I mean, maybe we should try our luck. If that doesn't work, then we'll try to find it.
Trying our luck could lead in death, and I know I'm okay if that's a risk
I
we
mean,
want to
if we
take.
find it without asking, though, that could also lead to death.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Any option could lead to death.
But see, one leads to
I think that's what
less death.
Oh my, fine.
is
I'll
death.
do it. Jesus.
Why aren't we just going in and asking?
Well,
Because we might die?
But why?
I'm
no.
scared of retaliation.
Well, no, you wouldn't die. You just need money. Or
Yeah,
we
but
will,
like
dude.
if we can't pay it, then we can just walk back out, be like, oh, never mind, we'll come back when we have money, and then send Sith in.
Yeah.
okay.
We just have to keep Sith hidden for the first part.
All right. Well,
I can stay quite hidden.
worth a shot, I guess. Shall we set off?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Okay. If I remember
Tally ho.
correctly, the easiest way is that we're gonna have to go a mile that way. And he points to the right of him, and he's like, "Trust me on this. I remember walking there from Denza as a teenager. You gotta walk in a weirdly specific way, and you'll be there." It's what I was looking for earlier. But instead, with the School of Magic, you can just do it from anywhere. Shall we?
Lead the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
he stands and looks that way, and he's like, "Oh, for this to work, we're gonna need to be single file, because if you deviate, you could
Get lost.
Yes.
get lost."
Yeah.
All right, a mile that way. And as he points, he begins to march forward, and I assume all of you fall into a single file line behind him. And as you all fall into this line behind Dave, he takes you on this weird, winding path. There's lots of he seems to take lots of turns. You start to feel a little, annoyed at some points, because he just seems to be going in a circle, and you take this route for about an hour. And you continue to take these routes, taking all these turns. And as Dave makes one last turn, he's like, "Okay, We have gone the whole way, so, and he kind of like, he doesn't turn around to you, but he puts his hands back and he's like, now, if we've done this right, take a step forward and take a step to your left, and we should be fine. And Dave does exactly this. He takes a step forward and then to his left and vanishes. You have no clue where he's gone. He's just gone.
It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips and put your legs in tight.
You quite well, Lapore.
Just carry on.
Alright.
Do you-
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Good.
You all are following in his footsteps. You all
I trust Dave with my life.
You all take a step forward, and then like Dave instructed, all of you turn to the left. And as you turn to the left, you feel this weird sense of as if though you've been moved, but it's like a jump cut almost. You step forward, and the ground that you end up landing on is not the ground you expected, and instead you've been turned forward to see the visage of a beautiful pearly white building. This building has several windows on the front of it of all different colors and shapes, all of them seeming to depict some kind of different school of magic. They all seem to also, you can look from the outside, they all seem to also be pitch black, as if though no one is within them, and the building's front is covered in all of these intricate carvings. You can observe the building is made of stone, and it looks like any campus that you would go to school in. It's got a large, wide opening. The openings are not opening. The two walls to the side rise up, and there's that little, what's that front thing called? It's got like a awning over it. It's got a little triangular dome over the double doors that you go in an entryway, and right above that triangular awning and the double doors is a large window, and its art particularly uneases you. From what little you can see in the dark and from what is illuminated by the lights coming from behind and in front of this window, this art seems to depict a robed figure with a dragonborn's head with its arms crossed, and it's primarily using purple as a color scheme. And you notice that there are windows on the other sides, right? There's 2 windows on the bottom floor and 1 window on the floor above. You kind of note that they probably had to work with what they had here. And they each seem to have different colors, but they're all smaller in comparison to this one window in the middle. The other colors seem to correlate to the similar crystals that you got in the cave. Conjuration being blue, enchantment being green. And you have a sense of kind of awe as you look at this. This is in the middle of a forest. The trees have been cleared out. How did you even step in front of the door? Well, you're not in front of the door. You're a little ways away, but you can see the whole thing in front of you. And Dave is kind of turned around and looking at you like, oh, hey, how's it going? I see you all, took a step to the left well, you ended up here. I don't know what I'm saying. Welcome to where I learned a little bit of druidry before, everything that I said happened. I don't know if I told all of you that. It doesn't matter. You guys did realize what getting here late at night is gonna mean, right?
Closed?
No, more just the student body being more active than the teacher body. We could try to get up to the 2nd floor, but I'm not quite sure how that would work. I mean,
Oh.
you're welcome to try.
Oh, sorry, let me put my own voice. My lady. Okay, we're good to go now.
Oh dear.
Gotta sound astute and educated.
You're gonna pose as a... I guess it could work.
No,
I
I'm
mean-
literally just talking smarter because people think I'm dumb when I just talk in an easier
I
way for
thought
my
you were
dialect.
gonna pose as a student.
Well, I can if we need to, but
To be
Do we
clear,
need to
I'm staying
pose-
outside for this, right?
If you want. I
Good
good luck.
distinct-
Just jump in one of our bags.
Sith, do you ask that out loud?
Yes.
Dave is like, you could, and he opens a little satchel he has to his side. I mean, you could hide in here.
We've all
I
got bags.
suppose that will suffice.
You hop in
you
there.
blend in with my cloak if you want to go on
Ooh.
top of my head.
I think the satchel will do.
Alright.
You gonna hop in there?
Yes.
Dave kind of shuts the satchel and he adjusts the clips on it so that there's a little hole for you to peek out of from the top and air, can flow in. He's like, all right, I guess we should just go in. Are you all ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Oh goodness, this is going to be.
Sorry, I have to get the map here real quick. Oh, it's big fucking map. Shit.
It's a big map.
It's a big map. Let me
Whoa.
post that bad bitch real quick.
Ooh,
Zombie, I hope you know that I haven't forgotten what you said the other day. I was accidentally, pretending me to not hear it. I'm
What?
prepared. I'm prepared for them.
What?
I
This
don't know what
motherfucker said
Panda's referring to, so let's
accidentally.
not dwell on that a little bit. I have no clue
Oh.
what Panda's referring to, so I may not even
That's
say.
a funky map.
So, all of you step inside the hallways as they're dimly lit with various lighting, and you notice this lighting is different to normal lighting in other places. You've seen lighting with torches, sconces, lanterns, but the lighting in here is almost like starlight across the hallways. Little light cantrips have been placed all throughout the hallway. How they've gotten multiple lights, you have no idea, but you notice that it's rather quiet, as it is early in the morning, at about 4 a.m., real life time. And students are kind of patrolling the halls, not really in a way that looks as if though they're going about normal businesses. You see a couple kids by the stairwell, shaking hands with each other suspiciously. You see some students just leaning against the wall, with something in their mouths. And the biggest thing you notice is a statue at the end of the hall, at the middle of the hallway, where all of the students are gathered around and just kind of, being up late at night, talking with each other, making weird dealings from what you can see. Do we want to approach?
Are you sure this is a refined school of magic?
I never said that. It's the school of
just school.
magic. And it's
Right.
Looks like a
public.
normal school to me.
And
Well,
public.
Schools, whatever. School. Dave just kind of like shakes his head. He's like, he doesn't want to hear the slander about where he went to school. Do you all approach?
I'm gonna put a hand on Dave's shoulder and go,
Don't worry, I didn't go to school.
and then I'm gonna walk towards the door.
The door. There's no door. You walk
Yeah.
in through the door.
No, the door. I just walk through, forward
Oh.
a bit.
Well, yeah, you walk through the door.
Yeah, I
Oh.
walk through the door. Zoom.
Well, you open. Whatever. You know what I meant. Are we all making our way deeper down the hallway, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all make your way down the hallway. But as you make your way through the hallway, this halfling student comes up to you, and he has other than his regular robes that you notice are of a very distinctive red. He comes up to you and has a little orange sash on him that has something written in halfling, which you all can't understand. And he goes,
God, it's the hall monitor.
excuse me, where is your pass? all of these students have late night study passes. Where is your pass?
Dear.
Can I
so
see it?
tempted to say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Can I
I was
see
gonna
your
say,
pass,
isn't
please?
it past your bedtime? I'm not gonna say that, but I'm so
I'd be
tempted.
pretty funny.
Can I see your pass, please?
Oh yeah. Wait. What does it look like? Can you show me yours?
Roll what have you roll for that? You know what?
I'm just asking if he can show me his.
Roll deception to see if you
Deception.
fool him.
17.
He's like, oh, yeah, sure. If you have it in your study pass, you can see right here. He pulls out a little ID, like a little school ID. It's got his little face, right there. And you notice that whatever name was on there was scribbled out, and what's replaced is Glinkle Gibbottoms is replaced his
Okay.
name. And you notice it has a little blue star in the bottom right corner. And you also can notice that under his name, you know, the name that he was given of Glinkle-Bottoms, is Student of Evocation under it. And
Okay.
he puts his little ID away. You see, if it has the blue star on it, that means you have a late night study pass and you can be out after curfew. You know, you gotta get approval from the headmaster for your studies, but I got approval because I am the hall monitor and I make sure nobody is out sneaking around.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just pull out mine. I'm gonna pull out just a normal card from the gambler's deck, just a card.
Mhm.
And then while I'm doing it, I want to cast silent image on it to make it look like his pass, but then of course have my picture. And have the late night pass. And of course, the name is Snuffles Honeybottoms.
Oh.
I've already changed my Discord name.
I saw, of course. What?
So using silent image.
Okay. What do you write that you're a student of?
Enchantment.
Enchantment.
Because if I said illusion, it's pretty obvious.
Oh,
Wait, no, actually no. I'm gonna put illusion. I'm gonna put illusion
That's
because
really-
I'd be like, wow, I tricked you. Exactly. I'm just that good.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Does he need to make an?
If he uses his action to examine it, they need to make a investigation check against my spell DC.
Okay, well, he is gonna look at it. You are showing it to
Yeah.
him. All right, so it's against your safety DC. Your DC is.
What did you roll?
Just tell me your DC first.
10.
17.
Okay, he sees it's an illusion.
What? That's
See, I got you
clearly.
there. I'm such a great student. Sorry.
That's
I
clear.
left mine at home, but I just made an illusion because I'm an illusion student.
Oh, okay. Do you have
Yeah.
do you have your rooms in your room? I could just take you there real quick. I can just let you in, if you want.
Oh, I can get myself if you take me to the room. I've got a key.
Okay, you just go upstairs. The student dormitory should be there. Are these your parents and guardians with you? Are you
Yes,
new?
this is my lady right here.
Oh, okay, there's your mom. All right.
Yeah, so we're all good.
I-
Thank you.
I'm, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were going to get. Are you from Denza? Cause we kind of gotta notify the headmaster. I know. I'm just noticing the person. It looks like we've been getting notes of an elvish person, not from the it's hall monitor stuff. Is this? Are you from Denza? This person looks like an elvish noble, so I just want to make sure.
No, we're just traveling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just go up the stairs right there, past the Mortiferum statue. You should just be able to go right upstairs.
All right, thank you so much. And I'm gonna gesture to the party to come along and start walking upstairs.
Dave just kind of puts his hand in his head and shakes his head as you all walk by. As you walk by, you do get a good look at the statue, and you do see a plaque on it just as you pass it. Does anyone want to read it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you read here kind of it seems odd to you all, and it reads Mortiferum, grand founder of the Renovamen School of Magic, dating back to we're not quite sure. He lived for a long time, but presumed dead after the Renovamen War.
Interesting.
And
Ah,
taking a good look at this statue, you notice the same kind of physique to the figure carved in the glass art outside. The robe and the head of a dragonborn with a cracked, not with a cracked, with one horn on the left side and a horn kind of missing on the right. And you notice his arms are a little jacked. He's kind of built a little bit, and he's got the same pose as he does in the art outside, with his arms crossed facing forward toward the door, almost designed to specifically be looking at anyone that comes in to the building. Want to inspect it closer, or do we just want to go up to the dormitories?
I'd like to. I'm gonna respect it.
Inspect it a little closer. Listen,
Yeah.
you want to? Does anybody else want to?
I'm good.
Mm.
The rest of you are fine.
Yeah.
Lixon, you look at this this statue a lot closer, and you notice mainly the physique of the dreaded Lich Mortiferum, and as you observe it, you don't remember ever getting a physical description told to you of Mortiferum in your time in Draconest. You know, with the rich history Renovamen has, Mortiferum's physical description has never come up to you, and he's not quite what you imagined. If anything, he's depicted rather favorably in this statue, with this muscular physique and rather chiseled features of his face. And you actually notice he's not hovering in this statue or anything. He actually is wearing very decent boots, even though they look to be that of carved stone.
Timberlands.
You also do notice the statue is made of a very pretty limestone. The other... Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Is this odd to have him pictured in such a way like this in the School of Magic? Considering the history of Renovamen.
Huh. Yeah.
Dave kind of looks over as he's, like, about to go to the stairwell. Wait, who is... He kind of, as he says that, makes his way over and looks at the plaque, and he just kind of... It's a mix of terror and confusion, and he just goes, I guess there's been a change in management.
What?
Huh?
Ooh.
This is a bit much for me to explain in the halls because it will make everybody know you're not a student.
Well, let's just keep.
Let's go to the dorms, you know? Let's hope nobody's gonna wake up.
Okay, let's go find a dorm that isn't... that looks like it's empty, or sounds like it's empty.
He kind of like motions for you all to come upstairs, and do you all follow him upstairs?
Yeah.
And you make your way to the second floor of the Renovamen School of Magic, and oh god, it's all stretched. I didn't expect it to be that wide. Whatever. I gotta make this work. Hold on. Oh lord, it's too fucking
I think if
wide.
you hold Alt, you can compress it. Either Alt or Shift, you can make it so
I
it
can
gets like
crop it.
different resolution.
I can't. No, it just lets me crop it. Okay, that works. I'll just have that moved around for the time being. You make your way to the second floor of the School of Magic, making your way up the stairwell. I just realized I have that staircase rotated the wrong way. Whatever. And you notice two statues. These two statues as you emerge through the staircase. Two knightly statues stand in what looks to be another little plaza area. To the door directly in front of you, you can see the words Headmaster's Office engraved on the door. And to your left and right, you can't really make out the words on the doors, but there are two doors at the end of the hall, the end of each hallway, and there are 2 doors to the left and right, kind of in the middle of each hallway, and you can assume that these are student dormitories.
Okay, do we want to go to I like point to the headmaster's office.
Dave is just silently shaking. No.
Because I don't think that's a great idea.
Mm-mm.
Where do we want to go then?
Find a dorm to go into, I guess.
We could, well, if we want to go around here like scot-free, I could just go, like, steal a pair of robes from one.
Ooh. Dave kind of, he's like tapping his arm. We could try to find the guest room.
They have robes in there, because that's where the hormone
Okay,
are
so
robes.
there's gonna be robes in there. Yeah, it's for first time. Okay, look. So the bad news is that 2 of these doors are student dormitories, which isn't the worst, because that means those students will probably be asleep and not much of a threat, because trust me, a first year or second year isn't really going to do much to you in the means of a threat. One of these, though, is the teacher dormitory, and the teacher dormitory is where some teachers who might not be perceived as basically those who can't leave or don't have a home outside of the school live here. It's not all of them, but
That's good for them.
that's not good for us, because if we walk in there, they're probably going to know we're not students. The other dormitory is for guests and is usually empty this time of year. Problem is, I can't remember which one that is.
It's 1 out of 4.
One of the 4.
Try to listen close to the doors and listen in to see if we can hear any sleeping.
Okay. Which door are you gonna go for, Lepore?
I'll go to those. I'll sneak over to the top right one and like listen through.
Top right. Hold on, let me get the. Okay. You top. Going up to the top right one. Fuck, you're not above the. Hold on, I gotta move the maps down so the battle tokens are under them.
I disappear into the void.
No.
Yes.
You don't get that luxury. Let me.
Oh, okay. I will at that level 2.
Okay, you're not level 2. I forgot to
I
do.
also need level 2 so I can gift of gab.
I don't know what that is.
I love gift of gab. It's so funny.
right for that.
Yeah, it's an enchantment spell. I'm so happy.
I just deleted the fucking wrong thing.
I'm no longer real.
Yeah, I accidentally deleted the fucking. I'll get it re-added in just a second. You make your way up to the door, and you put your ear to it. Make me a perception check.
Oh. Not 20 for 22.
Nat 20.
Woo!
You can hear the sound of several students sleeping in this room. You can make out about 8. No, not 8. 14, 15, 20, 30. You can make out the sound of lots of students in this room. Clearly, this is a student dormitory.
Yeah. I'll check the one below me then.
Hold on, sorry. Listening in to the one below you, putting your ear to the door, similarly to how you put your ear to the door just a moment ago. Make me another perception check.
My big old ears.
Anybody else want to do anything to try to look while Lepori's doing this?
17.
Just a moment.
Oh, good.
Anybody else want to do anything for the time being, or?
I mean, oh god. Sorry,
No, it's okay.
the browser sort scared me.
Ooh, browser source.
Cat's in the bag, you know.
You are in the bag.
Probably in a bag.
I don't have
I
a.
mean,
Flicking through his book.
yeah,
That's
I'll go
another thing.
listen to one of the other ones.
Which one were you listening on? On the right hall or on the left hallway?
The the top one.
All right. You know what I'm gonna ask. Roll me a.
Yep.
perception check.
Wow, nat 2023.
Nat 20. You listen in and you hear something similar to what Lepori is. 8, 6, no, a good 30 students are probably sleeping in this room, and you can discern that this is probably another student dormitory. Or a student dormitory.
I got 17. What do I hear?
You listen in the room, and from what you can listen in on, you don't hear any sound of life coming from the room you're listening in on. Nothing really strikes out to you as sleeping noises.
Gonna
For-
wait to
For
see.
good measure, I'm gonna check the other one.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Tempest
All
to
right,
check the other one.
roll perception check for me. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the fact that I got a 17 too.
Oh.
So we both nat 20.
Oh,
but then
yeah.
we got 17.
We're just, it's the gay lesbian animosity.
God damn it. Tempest, you put your ear to this door, and listening in, you can hear what sounds to be like a couple people sleeping in the room. Not as many as the student dormitories, but you can hear faint sounds of people sleeping in there. You particularly hear one pretty loud specifically, no, and I mean you hear the me's. That is the thing you hear. That are followed after the big. Do you wanna just head back to where Lepori is?
Yeah.
All right, I'll assume the whole party converges on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All of you make it to the door that Lepori can discern. There's nothing in. Do we want to try to go inside?
Is the door locked?
Do you want to try?
I want to do it very quietly.
All right. You go to jiggle the door lock, and you can notice as you attempt to open it that there's a little purple conjuration almost hanging
Oh,
from
fuck.
the doorknob, and it's a little lock.
Mm-hmm. Um.
Um,
Do you want to identify it?
I feel like I guess, but sure. Actually, I'll see if I can identify
All
it.
right, roll.
Like, kind of think about it.
Roll Arcana for me.
A flat 10 plus 0.
Flat 10. That's a magical lock. You can at least discern that. You're not sure of what kind. Might be a ward, a magical effect. I don't know. It's just an arcane lock.
I'm gonna just like
Oh.
look at the others.
I'll do
It's
it.
just a arcane lock. And I mean, I
Fuck.
have knock.
Oh. Do you want to try casting it on it?
You said it was conjuration, right?
I said it was a conjuration. I didn't say it was
Oh,
of the
okay.
school.
I mean, I can
Um,
just knock it and end the spell for 10 minutes, but
If it's that one, it could be a ward. It could also be a lark.
yeah.
Lixen, you're magical and stuff. Do you have any like tech magic or anything? Because I know that Tempest
Oh,
is
I
thousand
also
away
have
and doesn't.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess.
What do you,
Anyone,
what do you have?
if anyone wants to use detect magic,
Does anybody else have it
I
first?
don't have it.
I can wait 10 minutes and cast it without a spell
I
slot.
could probably tell you what kind of lock it is, but I don't have to detect magic.
that'd be useful. If you could tell what lock it is.
Yeah, if you can tell what lock it is without
sure I'll
me doing
follow
that, yeah.
Lixen, so you're trying to identify it?
Yeah.
Roll Arcana for me.
I have a +5 in Arcana.
Yay!
Ooh, that was real
Great.
bad. That was
Oh, no.
real bad. I rolled a 2. That's
Oh,
luck.
Shit,
That is a
man.
luck. That's luck.
Can I
That's
roll Arcana on it too?
Yeah, but
can I roll to kill?
Lixen,
Thomas
you look
Jefferson?
at it. Damn, man. That's a purple thing on the door.
Why purple?
22.
Tempest, you recognize this as a sign that the door has had arcane lock casted on it.
Okay.
Okay, it is an arcane lock.
All right, then I can just try to pick it if we want.
I mean, I can just knock on it. Depends on what you want to do.
Well, yeah. Do you want to save the spell slot?
Are we sure it's not going to have some kind of alarm?
Well, also, if we like knock it, it's still gonna be locked. It just makes it harder for me to.
No, I mean if you're trying to pick it.
Yeah. Well,
Is that going to be? Are you able to do that without me doing?
yeah. It's just the DC to pick any locks and it increases by 10.
Yeah, true.
But wait. Okay. So if you knock it, I could just use the skeleton key and unlock it, but
Do you want me to just knock it?
I could try unlock it.
I'm just gonna knock it.
Okay.
You gonna cast knock on it?
Yeah.
When you, I don't actually know what knock is like. Hold on.
It just unlocks something.
As you
when you cast it on that, it just
As
suppresses the spell.
as you cast knock on this door, waving your hand to create this spell, the purple thing on the door that you knew is an arcane lock unlatches, and it doesn't fall to the ground, but it remains in place, and it doesn't relatch itself. It kind of like unlocks and then stays in place on the doorknob. You can
Cool, we got 10
assume
minutes.
you can assume this means it's open for 10 minutes. Want to go in?
You gotta get in and get out.
Yeah, I'm gonna use if it's unlocked, then I'm gonna open it. But I'm gonna use the skeleton key to unlock it.
It is unlocked. Yes.
Okay, then I'm just gonna open it.
Opening the door, Lepore, you actually come to find a decently nice looking guest room. There are beds lined up against the back wall of the room, some by a window of a very red color scheme. Seemingly, you can't quite get a good look at it as the lights in the room and everything else kind of takes your attention away from the red window. There are some dressers to put your things up by each of the beds, and something that catches your eye particularly is what looks to be a little bar off in the top left corner of the room. Through the rest of the room, before you get to the beds, are several tables and chairs, and there's stools right by this little bar, and this Warforged, very skinny looking Warforged, clearly not one meant to see a day of combat, begins to kind of whir as you open the door, and you can hear it almost start to turn on as you peek in the door and look at it. Do we all want to go inside?
You said there was a bar in the top left,
In the top left corner of the room.
like just a bar of metal, or like
No, like a bar you'd see at a tavern.
Oh, okay. So it's an actual bar. Okay.
Yeah. There aren't any drinks behind it though. He's just there.
Oh, is the Warforged behind the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll step into the room.
Yeah, we gotta get in quick and get out.
Yeah.
We all follow?
Mm-hmm.
Stepping into the room and shutting the door behind you, this Warforged kind of whirs to life, and in a very robotic manner goes, "Hello, guests. Do you need any help getting into bed, or are you hungry?"
Should be good, thank you.
I will be here if you need any assistance. And this Warforged just kind of stares at you. It's not really a lot going on behind those eyes. You can see at a glance.
Do you think this one likes salmon?
No.
Corey. Wolf just can't eat it. No. I give up with you.
Salmon was really good.
I understand that, but they can't.
Why not?
They don't have mouths to eat.
Yeah, they
Sir,
They,
Are
they
you two
talk.
really bothering with
have-
this
they-
ceaseless prattle?
I cannot
They don't
eat.
have a
That's
digestive
not.
system.
I don't eat.
Oh, so you don't eat. Okay, is it
No.
12?
I can't and don't.
Ah.
Dave kind of enters the room, kind of looking around. Just he doesn't look like he's seen this place before, and he looks at the window and he goes, "Ah, I guess we got the evocation suite. Hate that stupid red color. Ugh. Do we just want to wait till morning? I mean,
I was gonna say, can I look around to see if there's any cloaks?
yeah, you can notice right to the next to the bar, besides where the tables and chairs are and the beds are, there's several cloaks hanging up on the wall. There's 8 different ones, each correlating to a different color. There's a light blue, green, yellow, red, purple. You notice the purple one looks rather dusty, but all of the colors correlate to each of the School of Magic, as you've already discerned.
I'll go to the Warforged. Go. Which color cloak is enchantment or illusion? Sorry.
Well, it's. Give me a moment. And he just kind of sits there, like thinking. It's light blue.
Thank you. Go grab the light blue cloak and put it over myself.
You grab the light blue cloak off the wall, and as you do, it seems to magically readjust its size to to yourself at you've picked it up. And the cloak on the wall that you thought just disappeared because you picked it up, there's now another cloak in its place. Anybody else?
Bird does like the fucking turn around and like swishes it around.
I'm a pretty princess. Anybody else want to do anything within the room?
Sorry, hang on, I'm looking at.
No worries. Tempest, Sith.
Sits in a bag.
Oh yeah,
So
Sith's in
true.
a bag. Dave kind of opens the bag. Well, he's like, okay, you can hop out now. I'm not gonna see us in here. Oh, go
No,
on.
fine. Guess you could say. Cat's
cat's
out of the
out.
bag.
Really want to imagine a Sith with like a tiny cloak on because it magically adjusts. Just like a little fucking
Yes.
Which one are we?
cape.
Which one are we putting on Sith?
Are we all putting a cloak on? Wait,
I
what?
thought it was just me because I'm now.
I'm your
now
mom, apparently, according
this-
to the hall monitor.
This lie we've made is I'm a student of illusion and you're all my parents / family.
I'm your mom. Yep.
Corey, it's fine. I'm your illusory pet that you made to stop yourself from being lonely.
You're my familiar, yeah.
Precisely.
Am I
Although
your
I still-
dad?
Father.
Please don't say
Not
that.
besides that.
What?
Oh dear.
Well, what do we say about Lixin then?
Yeah, I'm just.
It's our prisoner.
I can just.
No, no,
You're,
no, no.
You're testing yourself. You're testing your luck really hard right now.
I was gonna say sibling. That's much easier to say.
Lixin,
Oh yes, a rabbit and a
Adopted sibling.
Look, you've got 2 dads and 1. Oh,
do we just say we're a polycule then?
yeah.
I guess it'll work. Fuck. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Well, all that guy knows is I just said my lady to Tempest.
The guy
That's-
called me mom. Said
yeah.
I was your mom, so.
Well, okay, mother. It's me, my mother, and my polycule.
Family tree is too much for me.
What was that, Lixin?
So this family tree is too much for me.
Yeah,
already.
it's
Don't
getting
look into it.
it's getting
It
rather
also-
top heavy.
It also just said family and friends, so like we can just say you're a friend.
Ah yes, this is my mother, Tempest. This is Tempest's husband, Dave, and this is Dave's husband, Lixin. And this is no, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
am your
marrying the
child.
cat.
I am your child.
I don't know. I feel like and two elves marrying a dragonborn is definitely an interesting one.
But look, if they
Shit,
try
make a
anything,
point.
I'll start crying.
I've already
Uh,
been abandoned by one family. I'm sure abandoning by this one might not
I'll
be the
start-
worst thing.
Crying. I'll blame them for
Hey,
judging us.
welcome to the club.
What?
You're not
What?
Whatever.
What happened to the?
He's just gonna hold his little paw up to Lepori as a high five gesture.
Yeah, high five.
I have no clue what either of you are saying.
Wait,
Um,
Don't
what?
worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
All of you make a perception check.
No,
Okey-dokey.
I have to actually get my dice out for the first time this session.
Okey-dokey.
5.
You are not very perceptive.
The only reason I have anything in perception is because I have proficiency in it.
Modded 20.
Modded
Okay,
20.
zombie, what kind of perception is it?
Sight.
Okay. I'm waiting for the day to smell perception. I get my advantage.
Yeah,
You
get-
see
get your
you
cat
with
in
those
there.
You
little
smell the
eyes.
dead bodies.
Do not
Sniffer.
recognize the bodies
Gotta
in the water.
gotta activate the sniffer.
The sniffer. A whole entire 9.
Whoa.
Oh! Hey!
Lixon?
13.
Lepori and Sith, you two are just
And
you two just continue to talk. Tempest, Lixon, you also don't quite notice this. Tempest, you notice the Warforged is gone and the door is opening. Not opened, it is beginning to open. Like as in someone has something you can't see has reached out and begun to open the door. Is what I mean by that.
The door's opening.
Huh?
What?
Gonna look at the door.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Shit.
You all, as you all turn to look at the door, you notice the Warforged behind the bar has now disappeared, and the door is beginning to open. As you all look toward the door, it stops opening for a moment, and then you just kind of hear what sounds to be the mechanical equivalent of a, oh wait, just kind of like mumbled to themselves, and then the door is just casually swung open, and whatever this is just walking out. But it's probably the Warforged that just went missing.
He has been freed.
Should we be concerned about that?
Most likely.
Ugh, fantastic.
Well,
Anything we want
Let's
to
go
do
be
about it?
concerned about it. Let us go, mother and father and
Yeah.
Lepori.
Let's go, my child.
Mother and father and Lixon.
I guess I'm
and on Dasher and Blitzen.
my second or first dad.
You're,
Let us go take on this warforged.
Yeah, we probably should.
you're first.
I'm the child of a polycule.
Dave,
Let's go.
Dave makes his way out of the door as the rest of you follow along, and you all, you can't really. You look down the hallway and you can't really see anything. You can only hear the clanking of different mechanical parts. You know what any Warforged would make as they walk down the hall, but you can't really discern where it's going, as there are no carpets for the Warforged to step on, or any carpets, or any indicators of where it might be going.
Ah,
You just hear it moving,
interesting.
and it's moving away from you down the hall.
Go after it, I guess.
Do we go after it, or do we just kind of leave it for now and go back to the
mean,
hall
It
monitor?
seems somewhat sentient.
Yeah,
If it knows anything is up with us, it's going to kill someone.
true. Did hear us talking about our family relationship, but we could just say I have amnesia.
My kid hit his head when he was younger.
Yeah.
In the womb. What do we want to do about it?
Or, I know this is a stretch, but a way to say who licks it is is that I'm actually just so good at illusion that Lix is an illusion, and I was just trying to remember, teaching them how to remember that session.
You created an imaginary friend, an
Yeah.
imaginary parent rather.
I
Yeah.
don't know exactly if that will, stand the test of time. That argument.
I
The
know.
It's not
sounds
exactly
of
as if
mechanical
Lixen's
walking.
incorporeal.
Oh, the sounds of mechanical walking are getting farther away from you as it
Alright,
continues to go
let's-
down the hall.
Yeah, let's follow it first.
You just gonna follow the sounds of walking down the hall?
Sith's gonna hop back in the bag.
Dave just kind of he doesn't shut it this time, knowing that they're probably that you're probably alone on the first floor, and you're all going down the hallway to try to find it.
Yeah.
Making your way down the hallway, you can hear the mechanical stepping kind of continue casually, but as you get a little closer, just about next to the knight statue standing right by the stairwell, you hear almost as if a shuffling is occurring with this stepping, as if someone's turning. And then the stepping gets incredibly faster as they make their way down the hallway. They seem to be going... Oh. They seem to be, whatever this is, going down the hallway further. You can't quite discern where they're turning to or whatever, or wherever they are. But you do have time to do something before they get to, or where, before you can assume they get to one of the doors to the left and right that go to the dormitories.
Which way are they going?
They're going further down
Like
the hallway.
Which layer are we on? Are we on the
Second
rooms
floor.
and stuff, or the
What layer? What? Layer?
like? Yeah, what floor? I mean.
You're on the second floor.
Okay.
Fuck. Really bad timing. I know. I'm gonna be right back. I have to fucking clean. You all. Ugh, I hate this. I'll be back.
Right. So, let's figure out the family tree.
Oh,
Right, so I'm of course the child of some sort, and then Tempest is the mum. So we've got that down. So what from there? What do Dave and Lixen gotta be? Because Seth is either familiar.
Forsake me with these people.
Well, you could either be my familiar,
I
or
think it's easier for Dave to be the dad.
okay, Dave's the dad. Lixen, what do you want to be?
I don't. I mean,
You don't?
obviously not, I just don't. Yeah.
Lepori, the more we talk about this, I wish we were unfamiliar.
I'm gonna kill you.
Get him, Sith. Get him.
Well, I guess I. Well,
That's it, Haringon.
I'm joking. Crocodile tears here.
Not exactly a crocodile.
I can bite like one.
No biting, no biting, no biting.
You are something else, Lepori.
I'm a Haringon.
Yes. Lepori the Haringon. Starter
Yeah.
of wars.
Fuck, I should have remembered that guy's name. I should have asked for that guy's name. If you ever see someone, if you hear someone called Leviticus, tell me.
Okay.
They are trying to kill me, I think.
Fantastic.
Well, they're the next assassin above me.
Wouldn't that mean you're trying to kill them?
Well, I don't really care about climbing the ranks. But apparently these people who are above me and below me are trying to get me.
So, like, below you to pass you, but above you so you don't try to pass them?
Yeah, kind of thing.
Sounds like they're not secure in their positions.
I think they are cowards and they should be slaughtered. But also, I don't know how I got to this place. I feel like if I left, I would be murdered on the spot.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I do not trust those fuckers who have information on me when even I don't remember a lot of that shit.
So we should just kill them.
No, because I'm scared of what the fucking higher-ups can do.
You... Lepori.
Yeah?
You are aging me faster than anything else in this cursed realm.
Oh, what do I do now?
Just your just indispensable proficiency in getting yourself in some kind of trouble.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
I
that
never
tends to be
did.
the case.
I don't know how I got here. I don't know if I can leave.
You would think with all of your cunning and trickery that this wouldn't happen as often as it does.
I just killed a man because he tried to betray me, and then I'm here.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
On the topic of betrayal, are we not going to discuss the whole Tempest and honestly the rest of you just casually fraternizing with a known enemy of ours?
Okay, so
Shiro?
he's the chill one. Like, I don't know. Were you there? I don't know, but we had the fight, remember? He, like, fought honorably. Like, he's just in for the money. And I honestly fucking respect that. Like, it's like a few thousand
So
platinum or
much
something.
money.
So much money.
And what about you, Lixon? What's your ties to this Dragonborn?
Hmm. How about we not talk? How about we not look at Lixin for this one? Actually,
Oh my.
Mhm.
Oh?
I
Have you got a secret?
no, I have no secrets to be shown.
Yes,
No secrets?
No, it's true. Lixon does not have any secrets. This crush is rather obvious.
There's no crush. There's
Oh,
no
yes.
crush.
Just as there is not a talking cat right now.
I could make you stop talking very quick.
Hey.
Oh,
There is nothing. There's no.
Listen, there's no, as far as I heard, there's no better place. I've heard in books, no better place to confess your crushes than in a school dormitory.
I'm not. No.
Awfully gossipy, Lepori.
Listen, I just read some funny books. That's how I learned how to talk well. I
Did
didn't go
you
to school, so I
hear-
just kind of learned about how
What
to.
books did you learn how to talk from?
Hmm?
What
Like
book
talk-
taught you how to talk?
In general, or like.
Mainly.
I got the basics, obviously, from Ma and Pa, although that wasn't long. There was only a little bit, but then I just kind of. I think I stole from a library and then just kind of took loads of books from there.
Hmm.
And just slowly learned some words from there. It's like some of them are too they're too boring.
I
Yeah,
imagine
sure.
their returns department is not overly happy with you.
Oh no, that's why I kind of had to do these jobs over here. Like this why I took the job to get over here is because the department is hired a bounty hunter for me and they are trying to kill me.
Of course they have.
I took too many books and then I took their entire stock of money. So I could buy my items and get over here. Because the
just
first
to,
time yeah.
you know, just to put the fizz at ease. Don't worry, Lixon. We've not dropped the topic entirely.
No, there's no.
You sure you don't want to elaborate?
There's nothing to elaborate on.
So you have no problems when we end up having to kill him anyway.
Dude, we are not killing Shiro.
Well,
not?
you may not be.
He's an enemy apparently.
He hasn't done anything to us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, up to
Well-
you.
Has he done anything to you?
He tried to duel me honorably, but I won.
Dishonor.
Right,
if-
that was a duel. That's not a.
If I lost, I think he would have killed me on the spot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He is fucking
Well-
strong.
Well, he didn't try to hurt any of us in our sleep. I don't think he's.
Yeah,
right-
Sawson's not
right
there.
now. I think he only tries to do it when Sawson's around. I don't think he really is into all of this.
But also, the duel was when Sawson had left. Sawson and Sawson and Sullivan had been like, "You go kill these bitches," and then those two left with the key that I've stolen from him.
Maybe I don't think Shiro wants to.
Shiro wants the money, and even though I say like, "Hey, don't kill me, we can split the money," he's always like, "No, I want the money."
Don't think I didn't notice your little act of generosity to Saucon the other day, by the way.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Right.
Everybody
yes.
has their own stories.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What an interesting perspective you share, Lixon.
Some people's are fiction, but some people's are documentaries. Some people are criminal reports, like mine.
Boo.
Yeah, see, you're also against those two, and we are literally harboring, like, we're harboring this one.
I'm
Nope.
just a rabbit. I'm just a hound
Notably,
dog.
I don't
Labori
believe
hasn't
that.
tried to kill us.
Oh lord.
True.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Anyway.
Hey.
Neither of them have tried to hurt me yet. So
You-
I'm
sorry.
You're
You do have time to do something in the general direction of the running Warforged who you can't see.
Do
got a plan.
something. Whoa.
It's a humanoid, right?
Yep.
I can cast Charm Person on it.
Ooh. Oh, okay. You can't see it,
I can't see it.
but you
Oh,
do know what
fuck.
general direction it's in. So you could just fire wildly into the corridor.
No, you have to see it.
I
Oh.
have to see it.
Alright.
Can I try to run down into the corridor?
Just book it.
Yeah, just fucking book it.
Book it to where?
Book it so I can see it and cast Charm Person.
You're just gonna try to run straight into it?
Not straight into it. Run to a point where
Just
I can
close enough to see it. Yeah.
It's you would have seen it if it's invisible.
Yeah.
You didn't.
When I opened the door, it was opening the door.
But you couldn't
and was
see it,
there.
and it should have been right in front of your
Yeah.
faces.
Okay, yes.
Sorry,
But that was not told to me.
sorry.
Yeah, no,
I should have
I
been more
don't
clear about
infer
that.
things well. Okay, never mind then. I don't have anything to do.
So we know roughly its general direction, right?
Oh god, yes.
The bell's ringing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
What are you gonna
It's
do?
time for a good old dose of Eldritch Blast.
I'm
Just
gonna
in the general direction.
I'm gonna say, since it's in the general direction, roll me a what's your modifier for Eldritch Blast?
Just not really.
+6.
Oh, I didn't think it'd be that high. Just roll me a d20. Just roll to hit, basically.
That is a 22.
Okay. Roll for damage.
See if we could see the thing. I did have hold person, but as we can't. 12 damage.
You send this little blast flying forward after ringing your bell, and it kind of crackles across the hallway, and you manage to strike this figure with a bang, and immediately its invisibility wavers and eventually dissipates as it holds its arm now, and it's just like it looks back at you, and immediately, now that it's right next to the two doors, it turns and grabs the door to the right of it, the one that Tempest listened into earlier and heard the smaller amount of people sleeping.
Would there be enough time after the Eldritch Blast hits for Blixen to sneak charm person in?
Yeah, they're within range, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it. We'll cast Charm Person. That is a hit DC of 12.
It's your DC. I need to know what I need to roll. Let me see here. Wisdom save.
Yeah, wisdom.
Huh. Sorry.
Ooh. I'm assuming your DC is above a 9?
Yes.
This person is charmed,
Let's go.
but he is still about to open the door.
Let's
Do
stop.
not open that door.
Roll persuasion for me.
Come on, this is the. Oh, I have proficiency in persuasion.
And you get
And you also
advantage
roll
'cause
at
it's
advantage
charmed.
because they're charmed.
I mean, I rolled a 19. I don't know if I can get any better than that.
Just roll again.
20.
You're not 20.
It was not. 23.
Okay. The Warforged immediately kind of like the door was a crack open before you said this, and he just kind of shuts it and he just kind of looks at the lot of you, just kind of looking in between him, getting a better look at him. He's not wearing any kind of robes and seems to just have he seems to have a very basic built body. He's a lot skinnier, not meant to see any combat, but it's definitely just a basic Warforged. It doesn't seem to have any kind of high status, but it was attempting to go in the room that Tempest you perceived to be the teacher's dorms. The rest of you just kind of remember it as being one of the doors we shouldn't have gone into.
Right then, well, now what do you do with it?
He's just kind of staring at you, not really saying anything. He's a little wary
Yours
of
to
you.
control.
A little wary of you. Anything we want to do with him? He's just kind of...
Just tell him to stay put.
Or go back to the...
Yeah, maybe.
Tell him to go back to the bar?
Yeah, tell him to go back to the guest.
You go ahead and tell him.
If you would be ever so kind, I would appreciate it if you would go back to the guest rooms, if you would. We don't need to cause any ruckus.
Oh, alright. Okay. And casually, he just kind of walks in your direction, and unless you all want to do something before he passes by you. No?
No.
He just kind of passes by you, and the lock on the door at this point has now returned since 10 minutes have passed. But you notice the Warforged leans forward and speaks the code word Mortiferum into the lock, and it clicks open. He opens the door and shuts it, walking in. Dave...
You know, we really should have guessed that.
Dave kind of looks to that and says, I always remember it being pineapple schnapps. The password. Don't giggle. It's Listen, you don't go to school for only 2 years and not break into a room every now and again. I didn't know if the
So
lock-
fair of you.
I'm just a
So
fan of
fair.
that. I'm just a fan of that being the passcode.
Well, I'm sorry if the headmaster has his favorite choice of drink. I didn't choose it. I don't even know what schnapps is.
Oh, goodness.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're amazing, Dave.
Well, thank you. Do we all want to follow him back in?
Yeah.
Making your way back in to the guest dorm, you notice the Warforged has gone back to where he was at the bar. He just kind of stands there for a moment and he says, I'm gonna shut down now. I'm tired.
What's your name?
Oh, yes.
They don't name info units.
Well, that's stupid.
Make it.
I don't choose my name. Some kids
Have a wonderful name.
Some kids called me Blabbermouth because I talk a lot when their parents are here.
What?
Like
Yeah.
how that hall monitor idiot has a horrible physical deformity that makes him sound like he's got snot stuck in his nasal passage permanently.
Yeah, what else?
Well, some students like to deal in magical enhancing stimulants. Some students like to beat the shit out of each other and call magic pointless and
Brutes.
cognitively... What was the word? I can't remember. I mean, if you just wanted to use brute force, just take evocation. Not that hard. Anyway, do you mind if I sleep now?
You know.
Um, as you tell him good night, he whirs and shuts down. The lights in the room all begin to dim a little, as if though, to signify something. To signify, the only person who maybe should be in here has gone to sleep. With the lights dimming, though, you do manage to get a better look at the window. All you roll perception for me.
Oh, again.
19. Dollar Fortnite. Who wants?
18.
Sith? Tempest?
7.
22.
7?
Yeah, not 17. I'm not that cool.
Oh. Sith, you have no clue what everybody else is looking at, but as the lights dim in the room and you all relax for a moment now that your only loose end has been quelled, you notice that the artwork depicted on the window doesn't just depict any sort of person. The red color scheme seems very similar to a certain someone you know, and taking a better look, the person whom the art depicts on the window is Sorson. He's in a much more elegant position than you would know him, and has hair for some reason. The red robe, though, is not hard to miss, and neither is that sneering grin that you've come to see many times. With that, though, and with it almost being 8:30, I think we'll call the session here for tonight. Tune in next time to see how the party probably kills another man in their place of learning.
Yeah.
Yippee!
We'd love killing people in their place of learning. Going to college? Not anymore.
Hey, if they went here to fight and it's a magic school, that's on them.
Yeah, true. That is kind of dumb on their part.
We're saving them from student loans.
Exactly. If
This is
somebody
a public
dies.
school.
No having to
Do
pay back
we
your college fund.
have anyone we want to raid?
Do we have
Dash,
anybody
dash,
we
dash, let me
want
check.
to read?
We gotta pick something
Let's
other than
see
Dash
who's-
Ducks. We
Uh,
always raid Dash Ducks.
nobody I'm following is live that like isn't a bigger creator.
Yeah.
Funk is Funk streaming Team Fortress 2 Tuesday.
Oh.
Funk? He's a
TM
bigger one.
Tuesday.
I have a couple of random people I guess I follow.
Sock Pens is streaming.
Oh, God.
Scorpy.
Scorpius
Only
streaming.
the best Nintendo DS games. What an amazing catalog. Best Nintendo DS games. Free download, stream online, wow factor.
Wow. Yeah, you know what? With a title like that, we might as well. Anybody have any objections?
No objection.
I'll send you all to a Scorpius stream. You all have fun, and I hope to see you all next time for the Realm of Renovamen. Anyway, I'm throwing you all there. Once the timer ends, I'm throwing you all forcefully.
Ever notice that sock pens is spelled like a little like sauce